What's up, guys? It is Brandon from the Two-Piece Mandem, and the Champions League was moving a bit mad. It was moving a bit mad, to say the least. Let me tell you, oh my days, let me just show you from here. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, the games that happened. First of all, I streamed the Atletico Madrid vs Tottenham game, but before I even speak about that and what happened in that game, which was an absolute madness, before I even get into that, please make sure to leave a like. Don't forget to click the subscribe button as well. Share it as well. Hype up the video. All that stuff. You get me? Do all of that. Yeah. So, the other games between Newcastle and Barcelona finished 1-1. Late penalty from Lamine Yamal to equal it. Then, Atlanta versus Bayern Munich. That game ended 6-1. 6-1, you know. Bayern Munich putting their mark in the knockout stages, putting their mark in the Champions League. 6-1 away. Even Nicholas Jackson scored. That was mad. That was mental. That was absolutely mental. Then the earlier game, Galatasaray versus Liverpool. Liverpool losing 1-0 in the first leg. Probably going to switch it on at Anfield in the second leg. We'll see. But Tottenham, that club is finished, man. Like, real talk. They are absolutely finished. They're finished from top to bottom. I don't even know what to tell you about the team, man. I don't even know what to tell you. Like, this team is an absolute disgrace of a football club. They are an absolute disgrace of a football club. Tottenham are just known for concerts and boxing. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the game. Let's get into the stats. So, let's look at Tottenham, man. Let's look at it. Let's look at the game. I'm not showing that. Let's look at the game. Now, you see the lineup, and you're thinking a 3-4-3. You're thinking, okay, Paro's actually playing at right wing back where he's supposed to play. Spence playing at left wing back. In the middle, you've got Sarr, Archie Gray. Then you've got Van de Ven, Danso, and Romero. Then Vicario's not in goal. Vicario doesn't start this game. It's actually Kinski that starts this game. Well, then you got Ted on the left, Colin Wine on the right, and then Richardson starting up top. Well, let me tell you something. The first goal came from a Tottenham error from Kinski. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Kinski. Yeah? You got a rating of a 2.8. A 2.8 rating in the game, bro. Sorry, in that game. Slipped, right? When it was a misplaced pass. I think Julian Alvarez gets it back, squares it to Llorente, bam, 1-0. Just like that, bam, 1-0. Then the second goal, what happens? Van de Ven then slips. I don't know what was on that pitch. I don't know who the groundsmen were on that pitch, but Tottenham players were just slipping. Van de Ven then slips. Griezmann on the ball, Danzo trying to track back. Doesn't track back in time, bam, 2-0. 2-0 already. 2-0. It's first half, 2-0. Then the third goal, which was absolute madness, which I can't even believe. Kinski, this goalkeeper, yeah, Kinski slips again. He slips, ladies and gentlemen. He slips. Like, bro, this geezer's literally slipped, yeah? He slipped, right? Terrible misplaced pass. Falls into Alvarez. 3-0 already. 3-0 already. 3-0. That is so disgraceful for Tottenham, man. That's so disgraceful. The keeper got 2.8. He got 2.8. A 2.8. It was woeful. It was so bad that they had to substitute him off in, 15 minutes and bring on Vicario. That is by far the worst Champions League debut I've ever seen in my life. That's worse than Karius, bro. That's worse than the Champions League final against Real Madrid. Karius, you're clear, mate, because that's the worst Champions League debut I've ever seen in my life. Like, in my life, the worst Champions League debut. It was horrendous. It was horrendous. The next thing you know, it became 4-0 straight away. As Atletico Madrid got a set piece. Goal and technology went over the line. 4-0 down. 4-0 down. Tottenham tried to show some fight. Pedro Porro getting a goal to make it 4-1. But then in the second half, they get out on the counter-attack, and then Julian Alvarez makes it 5-1. And then Dominic Solanke, who should have started the game in my opinion, didn't, but he should have, and it was 5-2. And now Tottenham have a second leg to play. The leg's over anyway, but they have a second leg to play at Atletico Madrid at their ground. And they have a 23% win ratio at the Tottenham HOTSPUR Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. 23% win ratio. Igor Tudor. This is what Fabrizio Romano said. Tottenham have lost 6 consecutive games for the first time ever. Which is just crazy to me. I'm just happy this isn't my club. I'll be honest with you, right? That's crazy. 4 defeats in 4 games for Igor Tudor. Worst start for Spurs manager in history. I think that's the worst start for any manager in history. 4 games. You've managed 4 games and you've lost all 4 of them. If they don't sack this guy, then I don't know, man. Like, I was in the watch along. Shout out to the people that were in the watch along on TikTok. If you don't know, then link will be in the description. Check out my TikTok. That's why I do the watch alongs. Literally, man. You have man saying that they want Harry Redknapp in. You have man saying that they want Sean Dyche in. Some man was saying bring Ange back. Some man were even saying bring Ruben Amorim, Alan Pardew. They were saying bring anyone back besides this Igor Tudor guy. And they're in the depths of hell, man. They're in the depths of hell. Who got man of the match? I think it was Alvarez. Julian Alvarez got man of the match for that. He got man of the match and he didn't even do anything. He didn't even really do that much. And he got man of the match. That is insane. That is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. That is crazy. He didn't really have to do that much. And he got man of the match. But then that got to show you how poor Tottenham Hotspur are. That got to show you how poor they are as a football club. Like, lads, look, Mickey van der Ven gets a 4.1. Van der Ven gets a 4.1. Danzo gets a 4.9. Kinski gets the worst rating on there. I'm even looking at the bench. You got the best rating. Porro got 8.6 somehow. He wasn't even that great, but he was the best player on the pitch. And that's it. Other than that, Tottenham are woeful. They're getting relegated, man. These guys are getting relegated, man. Like, let's call it for what it is. They're getting relegated, man. Look at that form. Look at that form, man. Terrible, terrible form. There's now 6 losses in all competitions. 6 losses. Obviously 5 in the Prem, but 6. And the next game is Liverpool this Sunday. They're going down. They're going to Millwall away. They're going to Barnsley away. They're going to Portsmouth away. And you know what? Good flipping riddance, mate. And funny enough, when you look at the fixtures, guess what, mate? When we look at the fixtures as we go along, if we're there, guess what? You got to play us on the Sunday. You've got to play us, mate. So we have the opportunity to relegate Tottenham. We have got the opportunity to relegate Tottenham. We have the opportunity to relegate Tottenham Hotspur, ladies and gentlemen. We can relegate them. Yeah? Chelsea can relegate Tottenham. And that is beautiful. They are called 3-point lane for a reason. I cannot wait for them to go down into the championship. That is music to my very ears. That's music to my ears. Tottenham are the worst team in the world. They're not the worst team in the Premier League. They are the worst team in the world. They're absolutely woeful, and they're going to get relegated. They're going to get knocked out of the Champions League first, and they're going to get relegated. It's going to be the worst season of all time. There's going to be a massive shortcut in wages. Conor Gallagher's going to leave. Bearman are going to leave. Bro, Tottenham are finished. They're cooked. They are cooked. Like, there's times where I look at my team, like, when my team drew against Leeds and Burnley, I'm thinking, oh, we're flipping. What's going on? What the heck? But then I always look down. Literally, always look down at the table. And I just see, oh, Tottenham are going to get relegated. And then when I see that, it makes me and my team feel better about ourselves, knowing that we could be in an absolute crisis. Don't get me wrong, we're in still a dodgy situation, but damn, man, it's dark. It's dark, ladies and gentlemen. It is dark. It's dark. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment down below if Tottenham are getting relegated, if there's any hope for Tottenham. Let me know your thoughts on the game, because it's looking dark for them. It's looking dark. In a bit, people. In a bit.